Welcome to part 2 of mastering trend trading. Yeah, mastering trend trading. As if I even forgot what I'm teaching you lot. So basically the time is 7:45 a.m. 24th of October before London Open. What we're going to do, we're going to do something a little bit different. Okay, we're going to do some live trading, showing you how to identify a trend and pullback. Rather than going back in the charts and showing you the perfect setup, which most traders do, we'll actually do it live so you get a better understanding and for you to build up the confidence too on the charts. I just want to show you my results so far for the week. What have I forgot? Okay, so these are my results for the week. As you can see here, 12,000. It's not a screenshot, as you can see here. And also, I've not took that many trades. I haven't took that many trades for Monday. There's literally, because MT4 works out every 6 or 7 days. But yeah, £12,000 so far. I'm actually on a flyer. All of it is the Mogwai reversal strategy, hence why I'm teaching you trend trading. So yeah, 7:46, London Open is about to open in 14 minutes time. Let's take the first London Open signal together because we're currently on a 5-day running streak, which is good. I've been just trading arrows since literally April. I've took arrows literally every single day at 8 a.m. for London Open. And yeah, you know, you get your good times, you get your bad times, but it's insane. But so let's take London Open together, and then we will teach you lovely lot how to identify trends and pullbacks. And this will be video part 2 of my mastering trend trading. I've forgotten it again. I've had to look at it. Enjoy.
Today's video is sponsored by Go Markets. Go Markets is a multi-award-winning broker who is regulated by the Financial Service Commission. Myself and the BD members have been using Go Markets for over 7 years now. They go above and beyond to support the BD community and their traders. They offer award-winning customer support, thousands of tradable products, and some of the lowest spreads in the industry. This is perfect if your style of trading is scalping like mine. If you're interested in signing up to Go Markets, please use the link in the description below. Thank you and enjoy today's video.
Okay, so the time is 8:15 a.m. I've got my phone ready to take a trade. So let's take a live setup with the trend. Now, trend trading doesn't need to be complicated. Trading itself doesn't need to be complicated. It's very simple. The market's either going to go up or down and sideways. You don't need to, I mean, that is it, right? That is literally it. You don't need to go into this in-depth analysis on why this happens and why the market moves, because at the end of the day, that does not give you any better edge than me. You're going to get losses. You know, when someone says to you, this is how the market moves, and this is the only way to trade, and then ask them if they get losses. Yeah, of course I get losses. Because you can't win all the time in trading. Right, so if you're going to get losses doing that way, what difference is if I'm trading support and resistance and I'm going to get losses this way? What's the difference? There's no difference. It's both a probability. You're going to get losses, I'm going to get losses. So fundamentally, how you trade, not going to change. You're still going to get losses. So the way you trade should be simple, should be enjoyable, should be rewarding. If you're scratching your head and pulling your hair out because you don't understand it because it's complicated, just like, yeah, I don't need to do that. Your biggest battle is going to be yourself, your emotion, your discipline, you as an individual changing to become a trader, you know, because that is a skill that only you can learn. It's in fact probably the only industry that we are in, the only industry in the world, right, where you could like learn everything there is about trading. Absolutely everything, and you could learn and name every single candlestick pattern, and yet when it comes to the charts, you could be totally crap at it. You could be rubbish at it, right? Because of you and your emotion. So let that be the battle, not the time on the charts. Let that be fun and enjoyable. Anyway, rant over. Okay, so basically, in the last video, we were talking about using a higher time frame to identify the trend and then going down to a lower time frame to take our trade. That will always happen, okay? You have to pick one time frame to identify the trend, okay? Because on different time frames, trends are going to be on, you know, on the day. I mean, give you an example here. Look at the 1 minute. It's in an uptrend. I'm going to take this trade here. Right, I need to take a trade here. Right now, like right now, I need to take a trade. Aussie NZD, okay? Wait for price to pull back. Done, okay? I have took a trade on Aussie NZD. NZ USD. Let me say that there. Okay, right. So let me explain to you why I've took this trade. Okay, here I'm going to put my stop loss and take profit. Okay, that's it. You know, you're sitting there thinking, wow, is that it? That wasn't hard. Of course it wasn't hard. Doesn't need to be hard. Right, so I'm going to go for a 5 pip stop loss on this one. Okay, I'll explain to you why. And we'll go for a 10 pip take profit. Okay, so basically, okay, so what I was saying is we identify the trend on a particular time frame, whether that's the 1 minute, the 5, the 15, or 1 hour. I'm going to use the 1 minute here. Okay, so how do I identify a trend? So first of all, we're above the moving average. That's the first thing. Okay, I've identified the trend because we're above the moving average. Now, what we can also do is go into a little bit deeper. And this is the little secret here, right? Because I talked about it in my previous video. If we zoom out now, okay, what we want to do is always mark up the previous high and low every single time. We don't do anything else. We always mark up the previous high and low. So if I bring up my charts here so I can actually show you, right, and I'll put this down the bottom here, okay, and we'll mark them up. So if we see here, we've got a high, we've got another high, we've got a low. Now at the minute here, these are just 3 circles. We don't know really what price is doing until we do this, okay, here. Now, what are these 2 circles? They're lower than the previous 2. So what would that tell us in the back of our mind? It's going up, going down, okay? And as you can see here, price trends down, pulls back, trends down, pulls back, trends down, okay? So once you've identified the previous highs and lows, it's going to tell you which way the market's going, always, right? Don't anybody tell you anything different. As you can see here, the low and high, once you've identified that we're going into a downtrend, you would then load up your trend trading strategy. For us, it's the Mogwai strategy, okay? And you would trade. So you see here, we got trend down, pull back, trend down, pull back, trend down. You see that? That happens like price is fractional, okay? Meaning that it happens on all time frames. Okay, so whatever you are trading, it will always happen on every single time frame. So if let's just look at Euro NZ, Euro USD, right? Let's just have a quick look at let's just pick a random time frame, the 30-minute time frame, okay? So what we're going to do is we look at here, right? So again, we're on the 30 minutes now. Let's mark up the high and low. So there is the high, there is the low, there is a high, okay? So there you can see here, is this up or down? What's this doing? It's going sideways, right? Even here, it's going sideways. And then we do something like this here. Now it looks like we're perhaps going into an uptrend because look, this is higher and this is higher. So this low is higher than here, just slightly, and this high is higher than that one. So perhaps we're going into an uptrend, okay? So let's have a look here. Let's have a look here. We'll mark up the next high and low. So let's zoom in here. Oh, look, now we've got another high and low. So we've got a high, we've got a low, and we've got a new high. Okay, can you see how we're going into an uptrend? Now, what you would do, because on the higher time frame now, is on the 30 minutes, let me just, because I'm in a trade, and I want to make sure, and I'll explain to you why I'm in a trade once I've explained this one. I'm on NZUSD. Okay, we're good. We're good? Right, okay, so back to Euro USD. In fact, I can actually see it on my phone. What am I on about? Okay, oh, okay, we're fine. Okay, so basically, once we've identified the previous high and low, okay, and we know from the high to the low, because all this high and low is a pullback. You have to remember this, and this is why it's so important to identify it. When price is in an uptrend, everybody's buying, right? Now, if everybody bought down here, what they're going to be doing when price gets to the top here? They are selling their position. They've made money. They've made like 30 pips, right? I've made a lot of money. Well, you want to close that position off, don't you? So that's why price is pulling back. And when it pulls back, it creates the high, it creates the low. Now, like I mentioned in my last video, you can't have a high or low until it gets broken. So once we've created the new high, which is there, because what happened here is everybody started buying here because everyone's like, oh, look, trend up, pull back. Let's buy the market. Trend up. Oh, look, now we've got the higher high. So what most traders do is once they've identified the high and low, is they mark up the previous structure. This is essentially smart money concepts, everything, right? What I'm about to show you is like where everything stemmed from. Because what you do is you mark up the previous structure, okay? And what I mean by structure is the previous high and low. So break and retest, fair value gaps, change of character, order blocks, whatever. It all stems from this here, because what you've got here, right, if I just put this here, there we go there, okay, is now, right, what you've got here is you've got your uptrend. There's the high, okay, so I'm just going to do it again so you get a better understanding. You've got your high, you've got your pullback. Then we've got our higher high, and then we've got our pullback to the previous structure just there. You see that? So everybody would buy from this support line here, okay? Now, smart money concept traders, I'm not going to go down that route, but most, like if you trade liquidity perhaps, most people are going to be buying from this level here, okay? Which means stop losses are going to be here. So what you could find sometimes is perhaps a liquidity sweep and then a trend continuation, okay? It doesn't really matter. That's to do with the strategy you are trading, okay? I mean, we're trading Mogwai reversals, which is very simple. But this is the concept on how to identify a trend. Because what you would then do is on the 30 minutes, you can see here, we've had a uptrend and pullback, yeah? If you go to now perhaps the 5 minutes, okay? If you go back to the let's go back to the 1 minute, okay, because 1 minute's going to be better, okay. What you've got here now is you've got your uptrend. Obviously, you see how this level here is pulled back? You see how we've pulled back to this level here? Okay, just there. So again, what we would be looking for is the opposite, because remember, right, and this is the secret, is remember what I said is choose a time frame to identify the trend. So on the 30 minutes, we know we're in an uptrend, don't we? On the 1 minute, you see how price is in a downtrend, right? You see how the 1 minute's in a downtrend because it's creating lower lows. Yeah, see that? Okay. So everybody, so you're going to get confused now and think, well, is it a downtrend or is it an uptrend? Well, like I said, we choose the time frame that we identify in the trend. So the 30 minutes, I just want to check that trade. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we identify the trend on the higher time frame and we go down to the 1 minute purely to look for our entry point. We're not bothered what price is doing because we know on the higher time frame it's an uptrend. We've chosen that time frame, okay? So as you can see here, we're in a downtrend. This is just simply that pullback in the market. So trend up, pullback, okay? But on the 1 minute, it's going to be a downtrend. Okay, so what we want the 1 minute to do is we want it to line up with the 30 minutes. So we want the 1 minute to be in an uptrend as well. How do we do that? By identifying the previous highs and lows. So as you can see here, low, previous high, low, high, previous low, you know, and then you get to here until you get to here as well. So now, right, now you've got a change of character. You see how this here is higher than this one, and this low here is higher than this low. Okay, can you see that? If I zoom in now on that particular one here, okay, if I zoom in on this particular one here and I mark up, let's just mark up this level here, right? There we go there. So you can see here now how we've got a change of character just there. So what we actually have here is we've had the previous high, we've had the low. This is where that 30-minute support zone is, or the previous high. Remember? You see how it's broken it, okay? It's created a high, because there's the previous high here, and then it's retouched this support line here, okay? And look what happened here. There's the previous support line, as you can see here, touch, touch, touch. This is where you would buy, because you've got the 30 minutes and now the 1 minute in your favor, okay? You buy from this level, and, you know, on this particular occasion here, okay, I mean, I'm not gonna, let's just put a stop loss and take profit. You're gonna get a minimum 1 to 2. So let's go with a 5 pip stop loss, okay, on this particular setup here. There you go there. You know, this isn't the best setup. It's not the cleanest. It looks chopping around. We had a slight bit of drawdown. It looks messy, you know, but, you know, it's not a perfect setup. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm not trying to tell you a lie, okay? There you go. We would have got a 1 to 2 out of it. Done. Now, the setup that I took, why did I take it? Okay, let's go back to here. If Euro USD is going down, it means NZZ is going down. So I might be, okay, I might be getting stopped out here. Okay, no, we're still good. We're still rocking and rolling. Okay, let me bring him back in my binary destroyer. Okay, so same again, okay? Now, apart from identifying the highs and lows, we can also use a moving average to identify trends, okay? So apart from marking up the highs and lows, we can also use moving averages to identify a trend. And that is an extra confirmation on a confirmation, okay? So if I look at the 1 minute, right, and I zoom in like this here, okay? And again, I'm just going to hide the binary destroyer on this occasion here. Okay, we can see that we were in a downtrend. You know that now because I've just taught you that. Okay, until we get to here. Right now, look what happened here. We've created a high and low. So uptrend, pullback, uptrend, pullback. See that? Right, if I just go to the top bit here now, if I just go to the top bit here, I've been talking for 15 minutes, man. I'm losing my voice again. So as you can see here, we have uptrend, pullback, previous high, previous low, uptrend, new high, new low, okay? How do I identify that that is a low? By looking at my MACD. It has gone oversold. So we've now got a trend down. We've got a pullback. I've identified the previous high and low. It tells me which way the market's heading. Looking at the moving average, it just gives me that extra confirmation, okay? Because ultimately, what you don't want to be trading, and you don't want to be marking up your highs and lows. Let me find you a terrible currency pair to trade. Here we go here, right? You don't want to be marking up your highs and lows when price is going sideways, okay? So the moving average just gives you that extra confirmation, because I can look at the market now, like here, and I can say, oh, look, we're in an uptrend. Boom. I knew that exactly by the moving average. Then I can mark up the highs and lows, and again, I can repeat that process. I know we're going into an uptrend, okay? Another top tip on identifying trends, and this is going to save you so much, I can't say money because you won't technically save money, but this will save you a lot of losing trades, okay? Identifying a trend and taking a trend are two different things. When you are taking a trade with the trend, you really want to be taking the first pullback, okay? So to give you an example here, let me find you a setup that I took yesterday. In fact, let me bring up my phone so I can actually find you a setup that I took, and it will give you a better understanding. Hold on here, I've got to look at my history. Okay, so we're going to look at Aussie Chef, okay, Aussie Chef, okay, so a trade that I took yesterday, okay, here we go here, right, right, okay, so this is a very good example, okay, so let's just get rid of this here, okay, and we decide here, oh look, price is in a downtrend, so see here, right, if I just mark up here, and we go, oh look, price is in a downtrend. Price is pulling back. Let's sell here with the trend. Yeah, we've marked up the previous high and low. We're now below the moving average. Let's sell this downtrend. The problem is with this, okay, is if you actually just zoom out and use a bit of common sense, the move's already happened, right? It's already been in a downtrend. So a top tip, okay, the first pullback in a trend is the best one you can take. Every pullback after that gets worse and worse and worse. So when price is trending up, the first pullback is the powerfulest one, okay? Everything after that becomes the worst because eventually price will just go bang. And what you don't want to be doing is buying at the top here. You want to buy at the bottom here and ride the trend up, yeah? So a very good example of that, and I say it to my BD members, is the first pullback. So as you can see here, I took this trade yesterday, okay? First pullback, right? Because we've closed below the moving average, right? So I'm looking for the first pullback only. Anything after that, I'm not even going to take. I'm not interested in it because it's given me the worst chance of winning. So price pulls down there. Okay, we then wait for the MACD to cross over, which is there. Okay, so my entry point would be there. Okay, so if I zoom out here, right? Okay, as you can see here, we've actually got absolutely no pullback in the market at all. This is the very first pullback in the market here. Okay, but as you can see here, we have a trend down. Right, I'll just make it up like this so you can see. There you go there. So we have a trend down. We have a pullback. This is the low. Okay, this is the high. Okay, the MACD has crossed over just there, confirming a pullback has happened. Then we get the new low. Then we get the lower high. And then we get a new low. And then we get the lower high. Okay, can you see this? Right, if I just get rid of everything now. Can you see how this is lower than here, and that is lower than here, and this is lower than here? It's a downtrend, yeah? But the thing is, we're already in a trade because we took the first pullback, right? And what happens here? You put your stop loss above the high. You know, that was a 4 pip stop loss, and the risk reward ratio on this one here is like 16 pips. 4, 8, 12, 16, a 1 to 4, a 1 to 4. 1 to 4, right? Now, the problem is, right, you've got another entry point just here, right? So same again, trend down, pullback, MACD crossed over here. The problem is if you take here, the pullback's already happened. It was way up here, right? So this one here comes down to patience and discipline. You don't take it. I mean, I'll give you one more example. Let's look at GPUSD. Right, let's try and find you a big trend in a market. Here we go here. Right, look at this one. Right, look at this one. This is a big trend all the way up. Let's find you the first pullback in this uptrend. Right, so as you can see here, price went sideways for a bit. So we'll count here because we fluctuated uptrend, pullback, uptrend. I mean, not uptrend, uptrend, downtrend, consolidation. You can see this is a consolidation. So we'll count this as the first pullback in a, we'll count this as the first uptrend, yeah? Right, first move up. So uptrend, pullback, okay? Here. So uptrend, okay? uptrend, pullback. See that there? Okay, trend continuation. But the funny thing is the MACD hadn't crossed over there, right? So I wouldn't technically count this one as the first pullback, but this is only based on my rules and my strategy, which is the Mogwai reversal. Okay, so here we've now got the same uptrend, pullback. Okay, see that? Now the MACD has crossed over. Now it's crossed over. So this here is where my entry point would be. Okay, so you can either say this is the first one, okay, or you can say it's the second one. Technically, that's the first pullback because obviously you had your big trend up, you had your pullback. I need to check my trade. I need to make sure that I'm not being stopped out. Okay, I think we've just been maybe stopped out. Let's have a quick look here. Okay, it's not the end of the world. We'll take another trade. Okay, no, we're still in the trade. It's good. Okay, we're still not being stopped out. Okay, so there's no biggie. What was I saying? We were going back to GPUSD. Okay, so where were we here? Here we go here. Right, so obviously trend up, pull back, yeah? Then we have our trend up and pull back here. So same again, right? I will go, part 3 is going to be about where to set your stop loss and take profit, etc. like that, so don't worry. But basically, stop loss, you know, you could put down here, 20 pip stop loss. I mean, a 20 pip stop loss is pretty wild on the 1 minute time frame. But look how much. I'm just going to zoom out now, right? Okay, and I'm going to mark up exactly. There you go there. So there was that point. There we go there. So look, right? Look at the difference on the first pullback. Would have won. This trade, look at that. Right, a 20 pip stop loss, a 60 pip take profit, a 1 to 3. If you wanted to be a little bit tighter, right, what you could have done is if I zoom in here, right, you see how the I'm losing my breath. You see how the MACD's crossed over here, just there. You could have entered there for a tighter stop loss, so 10 pips. Okay, you could have got just stopped out. Okay, we got stopped out. It is what it is, not to worry. We got a second re-entry point. You could have re-entered here. So same again, 10 pip stop loss here. Because again, if I just show you, right, you had your trend down and then the TCA lines turned green here, right? So obviously MACD's gone oversold. So we could have took a buy here. 10 pip stop loss, you would have got stopped out. We've had a second re-entry point because again, the MACD's gone over again. Then the TCA line has turned green again. So same again, this is not the best setup. This is just a down like this here, right? But the overall trend is up, okay? Same again, 10 pip stop loss. What was that? You've got in at a better entry point now, slightly better. 60 pip, a 1 to 6. That is it. That's by taking the first pullback in an uptrend. And there you go there. Hello, Eula. 1 to 6. Imagine making 6% in 1 day off one trade. You passed pretty much an FTMO challenge account in one trade. And that is it. Patience, discipline, and, you know, simple strategy, identifying the trend. You know, that NZUSD here, right, was actually not really the best setup to take because we'd already been in an uptrend. Just want to show you something, right? You see how we've been in an uptrend for quite a while? Look at that, uptrend, kind of consolidated, an uptrend. This has been in an uptrend for quite a while. So this isn't really the best setup to take, which has gone exactly what I've just spent the last 20 minutes teaching you lot about taking the first pullback. But I wanted to show you kind of the actual live setup. It doesn't matter for me if I take the loss. I mean, I'm in the trade here. I'm in the trade here. You can see here. I'm actually in another trade on gold as well. A minus 200. Look, you can see here. Look there. Hold on. Boom. So you can see here. I'm minus 332. There you go. So I'm going to close this off in a loss. I'm going to close this off in a loss now. Okay. Boom. It is closed. We are in a loss. So my first trade, as you can see there, is a loss. But it doesn't matter because we will take another trade and I'll show you how to get it back. So what I'm going to do is pause the video. I'm going to wait until we get set up. I'll take the trade and we will, I mean, look at that. Literally wicked right through it. So I'm going to pause the video. Look, you see here, right? We might actually get a second re-entry point here because the MACD has not gone oversold yet. See that? If I make this a little bit bigger, you see how it hasn't actually gone over the oversold? You see that? It's still oversold. So we might get a second re-entry point here, depending that we don't touch this EMA. If we touch this EMA, my rules state that we don't take this trade, okay? But watch this. If we close above the TCA line now, right, watch me stack the hell out of this. I can't really say I'll stack it, but watch me make a lot of money from this, because sometimes when you get a second re-entry point that still meets the rules and it's still with the trend, you're getting in at a better entry point, because obviously here was the first entry point. Look, its price has dropped. So the more price drops and it stays within our rules and parameters, it means we can buy more. So I'll come straight back. I've just took another sell on I've just took a sell on GPUSD. Well, I will take a sell on GPUSD as soon as we close below that TCA line. I've already set kind of my stop loss and take profit. Just need to wait for us to, actually, I might not take a trade. I have a rule, and if it breaks above or touches that EMA, I'm not taking a trade. Okay, it doesn't matter anything else. There's no rule. Here we go here. So we might take it. Hang on here. We might take it. Hold on here. I'm waiting for price to come down below that TCA line. Okay, and then we're going to take a trade. But same again. Okay, obviously downtrend, pullback. Okay. Oh, here we go. Nice. Right. Okay, I'm going to enter. 3, 2, 1, in. Boom. Okay, so we're now in sales on GPUSD, which is great. We'll go for, what, 9 pip stop loss, 5 pip stop loss. Let's go for a 6 pip stop loss, 6.2, 6 pip, yeah, there we go. 6 pip stop loss, back 12, 15 pip take profit. I've got my microphone on, yes. So same again here, if I just get rid of the binary destroyer, you can see we've had a downtrend, we've had a pullback, we've had a downtrend, we've had a pullback, okay? Again, we're at a nice area of resistance. If you want to start talking about price action, you can see here, okay? If I bring up my charts, we're downtrend, pullback, there's the low, there's the previous high, low, okay, high. So downtrend, okay? We're below the EMA, which is there. That's it. It's perfect. Great. Okay. Perfect. So we are rocking and rolling. Let me just get rid of that there. I'm going to get rid of all of this. Done. And that is that one. What I'll do is I'll give you an update on this very shortly. I might, we'll go for 7 pip stop loss. 7 pip stop loss, because I don't want price to literally spike up in one candlestick and stop me out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to come back again. This is our third and final trade. Final trade. Doesn't matter if it wins or loses. It's about our final trade, okay? Because this video has been going on for ages. So I'll come straight back. Hi everyone, so it's been, is my microphone on? It is. It's been around 2 hours now. I've basically filmed a 2-hour trading session. I took multiple trades, but obviously 2 hours is far too big to go out on a YouTube video, and I definitely can't cut it down to 30 minutes. So basically this is a kind of recap of the trade, GPUSD, that you've just seen, and my entire trading session during those 2 hours, to show you transparency, to show you that I haven't kind of edited and cut down the wins and the losses. Okay, so this was GPUSD that I took. Obviously beautiful setup like usual. I closed my trades off at a 1 to 1, 1 to 2, and the trades go to like a 1 to 10. It's a running thing with me at the minute, is every single trade I take, it goes out perfectly, 1 to 2, and then, yep, close it, and it's like, oh, Jamie's closed his trades now. I'll just go to the moon. That's literally what happens. So basically, GPUSD, as you can see here, I mean, it's still going down now. You know, you can see it's clearly a winner. I just want to show you the transparency. That's my entire trading session. £2,000 made. You will see the last trades that we took. GPUSD. You'll also see USD JPY there as well. I'll show you the week as well. You know, there you go there, 14 grand. You know, it's still the same account. It's not gone anywhere. Okay. USD JPY I'll show you USD JPY when I find it. Where's USD JPY? Here we go. Here, I closed USD JPY early. Okay, I closed, but this is about managing trades, which you'll learn in video 3, because we got stopped out on NZUSD, which we lost 1%. I then gained 1% back, which was break even on this one here. But again, this is the difference between moving your stop loss to break even, lock in those profits, okay? I could have easily lost this trade because of news, but because the trade went into profit, I managed to get 1%, move my stop loss to break even, become risk free. And yeah, it was a long video, and I didn't want to kind of like, you know, bore you lot with it. But there you go there. Trend down, pullback. It was the first trend down pullback in the market. I entered the sell here. It kind of spiked down to around, I had about, I can't remember, 5 pip stop loss. The trade went to around 5 pips. So as you can see here, I managed to just get a 1-to-1 out of this trade before news happened here, as you can see. It would have been nice if it actually spiked and went to a 1-to-2, but unfortunately that didn't happen, because the moment news happened, spread went through the roof, and then it never would have closed. Okay, and that is it there. Okay, and obviously the last trade that I took, which you see is that 2% made. But you see, that's the difference. You lose 1%, you make a 1%, you back to break even, and then bang, you get a trade like this here, and that's it there. You know, hasn't been the best trading session, but you know what? I'm glad you've seen this, because, you know, I could have, like I said, I could have stacked a load of trades, gone for 5 pips, made a massive, wow, look at me, you know, awesome trading. But in reality, it's just an average trading day. We took 3 trades. One stopped me out. The other one stopped me out at break even. Managed to make a bit of profit on that one. And then this one here, the monster trade, you know. It always happens though, but it is what it is. Great trading session today. There you go. That's transparency. Hope you enjoyed video 2 of mastering trends. Video 3 is about how to manage the trades now. How to manage your trades and get big wins like this here, because in the day we are trend trading. Okay, we can't predict exactly when a trend is going to change, right? It could go, you know, this could go all the way into a downtrend for the next 500 pips, all of a sudden, bang, it could reverse. Okay, what we want to do is we want to manage that movement, lock in those profits on the way down, so if anything happens, we can capitalize on it. Okay, if it reverses, we get stopped out, we've made profit, great. Okay, if it carries on trending down, okay, we can keep riding the trend. Or if you're me, you just close the trade off early and sit there and but anyway, thank you. And if you have any questions, drop me an email, thebinarydestroyer@gmail.com.